family holds a curse for, at the minimum, the last 3 generations. A curse of unalived. It's a little out of order, but here it goes. My aunt was the first to lose a daughter. Her firstborn was 19 when she passed away. I was the next. My firstborn daughter passed to SIDS at 6 months. Then came my grandparents, as my mother passed in a car accident 4 years ago. It's always a daughter. For the last 3 generations, it's always been a daughter. The odd thing is, my mother was not the oldest daughter. She was the second-born daughter. I have no idea why, but it's something I've always felt. The curse of death lurking in the shadows surrounding me. I could feel it from the moment I knew what consciousness felt like. The subtle lingering, almost as if it's just waiting. Even with so many attempts to my life, it always seemed death never wanted me. It seemed as if it wanted to take everyone around me, but never me. I've always felt as if my life has been counting down to something yet to be revealed. The timer has paused a few times, always to eventually resume. Maybe it's a timeline switching, maybe something darker. I wish I knew, but one thing I do know is that this curse is following my family, and I can't help but wonder, what comes next? Sawyer, first of all, I am so incredibly sorry to hear about your loss. Losses, horrendous, and I'm incredibly sorry and heartbroken for you. I also feel like I have a generational curse. There is a lot that has gone through with my family, and a lot of times, often I am not very optimistic to my future. But that being said, not a lot of them deal with being unalived or people being unalived, although I've had an exceptional amount of death in my life. However, they do typically include some type of self-harm or getting sick, disease, terrible things. So in that sense, I can relate. However, I cannot say that I have lost so many people so close and important to me. I think that generational curses are in fact real, and this is living proof of them. Maybe it's skipping a generation. Maybe it's hopping back and forth. Maybe those people were never meant to be here in the first place. Something happened, a glitch in the matrix. There's a lot of different what ifs that we could throw out when it comes down to generational curses, but I absolutely believe them. And I absolutely believe when people recognize them. I loved reading this story, although it was extremely sad. I'm trying so hard not to cry. But I do love that even still, with all of this horrificness in your life, you've created something more. And I know that. I can tell that, this story. Thank you so much for sending in all 3 of these. They're going to be posted in separate videos, but again, my condolences for all of these untimely losses. And I definitely believe you. Hello, hi, if you're new here, my name is Riley, and I read you spooky, scary ghost stories daily for your entertainment. You're welcome. Give me a like, a comment, a save, a share. Let OP know about your thoughts. I think a lot of people are going to have thoughts about this one specifically, Sawyer, so maybe drop down in the comments with your red car as your profile pic. And I love you guys. Sorry to leave you on such a sad note, but I hope you have the best day ever. I'm out.